This experience is for anyone who wants to explore and get outside in east central Kentucky. The vibe is one of hiking, kayaking, camping, and climbing, and it can be as physically challenging as you want it to be, with over 70 miles of hiking trails and a beautifully diverse area of around 29,000 acres. Hi, I'm Kim Wilson, OSU graduate, corporate professional by day, and adventure seeker at all other times. I've been to all but 2 continents, and I never want to stop learning and seeing what this wonderful world has to offer. I chose Red River Gorge in Kentucky as my wild adventure. This place is just around 3.5 hour drive from our home in Columbus, Ohio, so I've been a few times. It is actually considered a canyon system on the Red River, and it lies within the Daniel Boone National Forest. It features an almost endless supply of high sandstone cliffs, rock shelters, waterfalls, and natural bridges. If you're looking for quality outdoor adventuring, you will find it here. There are more than 100 natural sandstone arches in the Red River Gorge geological area, and this multitude of sandstone and cliff lines have helped this area become one of the world's top rock climbing destinations. Climbers have nicknamed it the Red. Since I've only had indoor climbing experience and it was too cold for us to really enjoy kayaking on the actual Red River, which has sections rated up to Class 3, by the way, we decided to just concentrate on hiking for a long weekend in early spring, since the weather would still be completely unpredictable. True to form, we experienced torrential rains and tornado warnings. Luckily, I had booked a unique experience of kayaking in an abandoned mine through a company called the Gorge Underground. What a cool experience. It was a guided tour, about an hour long, and it's temperature controlled at around 50 degrees, and it was a great way to spend the afternoon out of the rain once we got there. Our guides Aislinn and Bree were extremely knowledgeable about the history of the area and the mine. They had all kinds of stories and random things that they told us, and I only felt a tiny bit freaked out by a sense of claustrophobia just a few times. After kayaking, we picked up some well-deserved barbecue from Thatcher Barbecue and headed to our great VRBO spot to fall asleep listening to that relentless spring rain on our tin roof. An early morning start was in order if we wanted to finish the challenging 14-mile hike we had picked out, but a bit of worry snuck in because of all that rain. We decided to just try an 8-miler that included some of the more popular sites, Courthouse Rock and Double Arch. We saw only a few other folks out the entire time, and the views and rock formations definitely lived up to their names. The temperatures hovered around 50 degrees, and the rain was on and off all morning. But despite that, we knocked that out in just over 3 hours. We should have done the 14-mile to begin with, because we wanted more. So we got back in the truck and headed out to do as much of that originally planned hike as we could. Rough, Coomer Ridge, Buck, and Pincham Right. Now those are some good trail names. So many water features on this one, but none went above our Loa hiking boots, which, by the way, are the best hiking boots I've ever owned. Well worth the investment. Buy once and cry once, I say, instead of burning through some of the cheaper brands. The second round of hiking was a bit more challenging, with some rock scrambling both up and down. We also got a bit lost because the trail isn't as well used or marked as the one that we did first. But thankfully, we had downloaded the map from the All Trails app beforehand. There were lots of elevation changes, rock scrambling in the rain, literally no other people on the trail, and 8 miles later we finished before dark and headed back for a grill session at the cabin. Fortunately, our route took us through Nada Tunnel, which is a 900-foot-long historic single-car narrow tunnel that was formerly a railroad tunnel. You should definitely take the time to drive through this if you're in the area. It is a local attraction and kind of cool. Unfortunately, I cannot give any hints or tips on rock climbing or actual river kayaking, but there is a ton of information out there on the interwebs to help you out with that. I've camped there before and can highly recommend Coomer Ridge Campground, which is first come, first serve, and it is very popular, so plan accordingly. If the gods are smiling on you and you are lucky, you can grab a spot with a sunset or sunrise view, and there are hiking trails starting from that actual site. Speaking from experience, if you are going for a holiday weekend, be sure to get there very early on Thursday if you want to camp anywhere. There are a ton of spots to choose from, but they are mostly first come, first served, and I've actually had to set up in basically someone's backfield before, so get there early. Of course, you can also grab a cabin on Airbnb or VRBO, which is the way we go lately. But again, these places all book up really quickly, so you need to plan way ahead, months in advance. The place for food is Miguel's Pizza. They make pizza, of course, and breakfast and sandwiches, and they also have camping, and you can rent a hammock space if you really want minimal. So there's kind of a vibe going on there. All in all, for only a 3 to 4 hour drive, a visit to the Red in Kentucky is well worth it. There are family-friendly activities galore, as well as challenging experiences for adults. This place has a ton to offer to get your fill of Mother Nature. Enjoy!